Hello and welcome to the official Outcast 006 Face to Faces, February 21st at the Queenswood Social Club in Leeds. And I'm joined by, and these guys don't even know this yet, but I'm joined by the main event. I'm
Oh
joined by
shit!
K55 and
Oh,
Ben Rogers. Let me start off with
oh,
asking, how are you guys? Let's start off with Ben, the challenger in this fight. How are you main eventing in your hometown? How does it feel?
yeah, man, doing well. It means a lot to me. I've worked hard on the event, working hard, training. It's all gonna pay. It's all gonna show up February 21st. Can't wait.
Good, good. How about you, Liam, the champion? Let's not talk about how you won that belt. But you are the champion. Main eventing once again. I
Yeah,
feel like this will be a different main event from the one we had. I feel like there will be more people at the venue this time. How are you
yeah. I hope
feeling?
there's more than that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Been training hard, obviously. Main event again. I hope there's more than 5 people in the venue this time. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited to fight in front of people.
That's good. That's good. How's training been going, Ben? It's
Um,
you fought Xavi before, similar height to Liam. Didn't go your way. How have you changed up your training to make sure you are prepared for the taller opponent this time?
well, I mean, for that fight, I was less than 2 weeks training after like 9 months layoff. I wasn't in any way shape or form fit for the fight. I just wanted to get out there. But this camp I've had, I've not stopped training since our last event. I've just started at a martial art. Video's gonna be so video's gonna be good. And strength and everything. I'm carrying on, man. It's gonna be good. And then new.
And the new Liam. What do you have to say about that?
Well, obviously, he had a cancelled MMA fight. Sadly, he can't throw kicks and take me down in it, so that training's a bit useless. Um, it's been good. I've been changing training a little bit. I've been switching between London and then Bournemouth for camp. So it's been good because in London I get better training sessions, but in Bournemouth I get more sparring. Done 12 rounds last Friday, so obviously the conditioning's there. I was completely gassed out by the eighth, but it's only five, so this one's all right. But yeah, keep the training on from the last fight because the same height, same similar height guy. Obviously, Deji decimated me, but Deji's not Ben. So yeah, there's a lot of things I've learned from that, and I'm excited to show the improvement. And not having to weight cut on fight week going to be very good for me because I'm already on weight for it. So that's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the Deji fight, the DTG fight. Like you said, similar height, similar build, but very different opponents. How do you think that having that Deji fight will help you in this fight, having been in there with the smaller opponent after having two fights with me and a fight with Vanilla Gorilla before that?
I think it's I learned in that fight not to give someone too much respect. I think I gave Deji obviously his stock and his stature. I was like, oh well, I'm fine. Someone from his face, I think I read into that too much with Ben. Obviously, it doesn't really matter how many followers he has and all that, so that's not going to really play anything into the fight. But I've watched all of Ben's fights many times. I know what I'm in for. Two people that aren't going to quit, you know that. So it's going to be a clash of hearts, a clash of skill, and I think my skill is obviously going to be the big difference maker in this fight.
Fair enough. And for you, Ben, you've of course seen the DTG fight.
Yo,
What did you think of that fight, and what did you think of Liam's performance in that fight?
uh, I I like his courage. It didn't go too long, but he showed the heart and the ability to carry on going, facing adversity. Um, but it kind of showed me everything I needed to see, and we're gonna see how I implement what I learned from that fight, February 21st.
So
You don't have the aggression. You don't have the aggression he does. I saw that against Anton. I saw that against Xavi. You're very different fighters. You a few times and back off where he doesn't. Obviously, I didn't pull the trigger. What the fuck are you eating, you fat fuck? He pulled the trigger on it early, and obviously I learned not to do that. But yeah, you're completely different fighters, completely different. The same height, but a bit different build, and like obviously skill is not even fucking comparable. So you can look into that all you want. They haven't uploaded the fight, so I don't know how you're looking into that. But yeah, look into that all you want. It's not going to help you.
Well, if you're basing me off the Anton and Xavi fight, there's been a lot of time since then, and I haven't really been able to demonstrate my skills in the fight with Jamie Brown, only going 37 seconds. Or with Thomas Kelly, I was just in there for a bit of fun, dancing around. You haven't seen how I fight recently, and I think that's a big advantage to me. I've changed up my training a lot.
You haven't faced competition. You've basically been out in the ring since last November, so there's stuff for you where you haven't had a proper fight since then. Where I've been active. I've been having these fights, and you might be able to watch that, but you haven't been experiencing proper fights yourself.
That's not going to matter, bro.
It does matter. It does matter, though.
All right, let's talk about this then. What are some weaknesses in Liam's fighting style and Liam's ability that you think you can take advantage of, Ben?
Well, I don't want to give too much away for the game plan.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
But I remember the fight with you when I was in his corner. He just wasn't being as aggressive as I wanted from him as his cornerman in that fight. And if he carries the same energy with me, it's going to be a very short night. If he can bring it forward a bit more, then we're going to have a bit more fun in there, and we'll see how that goes. But if he hasn't improved since then in terms of the aggression, easy work.
So you think you can stop him if he isn't aggressive enough?
Yeah.
Interesting. Liam, what are some weaknesses in games in Ben's ability that you can take advantage of?
Talking about stopping me, but he's a very shy and timid fighter himself when the fight comes to him. I've seen that in many occasions. He has the heart, obviously. You can't deny that, but the timidity and lack to pull the trigger when he can is a issue that I've seen. Obviously, he hasn't fought in a long time properly. And I think composure in front of a home crowd would be very interesting to see as well.
Okay. And for Ben, are you gonna make weight, by the way?
No. If I had doubts about making weight, I wouldn't be eating this fat fucking burrito right now.
Just checking. For you, Ben.
Very good, by the way.
Good there. I would like a piece, but yeah, they're hard. For you, Ben, you're fighting in front of your home crowd. A lot of pressure comes with that. How do you think you will deal with that pressure of being the hometown boy, having to bring that belt home, leave it in Leeds instead of it going back to either London or Bournemouth, wherever Liam is going
to? It's nothing I haven't dealt with before. With my white collar fights, I had a lot of people there, friends, family, friends of other families that were there because I had a lot of my friends fighting on the same card. So in terms of the pressure from the audience, nothing I haven't dealt with. In terms of main event, I don't care that much.
And a belt on the line?
Oh, it's just an extra prize, bro. It's not going to add pressure into my head. All I'm thinking about is him as an opponent. I'm not really thinking about the belt as a belt. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm posting all.
Because all you've been talking about is being double champ, so clearly it is in your head.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm posting on the news and stuff because that's just going to be the outcome of the fight. But it's not adding any extra pressure to me. The only extra pressure would be to make sure the event goes well, because I'm heavily involved with it. But when I get in the ring, I'm not really going to be thinking about that. That's before and after, and
Fair enough. And for you, Liam, you've already had a main event before, so you know what it feels like to be in that spot. You fought for the belt before, like you've said. You've been active, whereas Ben hasn't really fought since last November. Not even last November, November before that.
Yeah.
Why do you think that will help you in this fight? Do you think having the activity, having fought for a belt before, having been main event before, do you think that will make a difference in this fight?
I think going the 5 rounds would have made a difference. Ben's done four,
Okay.
perspective. 5 rounds is a very different game. I don't think the glove size is going to really be an issue. 12 ounce gloves. I don't think that'll change anything for either of us. But going to 5 rounds is something I can gain experience from and learn, and that's something Ben's going to have to experience live and in the moment realize, oh, this is very different. And he might have done it in a sparring room, but when you're in front of the people and there's someone that's actually trying to hurt you there, not just spar you, it's a very different ball game, and he's going to have to experience that with the live crowd there in person. And I'm very excited to see the old shit in his face when he realizes it's real.
Do you have difficult spars? Or do you just go easy in spars? 'Cause me, I fight in spars.
But sparring is still different to a fight nonetheless.
Yeah, but the reason you spar is because it's similar to a fight, bro.
You spar to get your technique and your ring awareness up, but a fight is a different game. A fight, there's a crowd. A fight, there's an atmosphere. There's
Light spars, yeah.
Any spar. A spar is different to a fight, then. I understand you
Light
haven't
spars
had
are focused on technique. Hard spars are fight, bro.
What, do you not have technique in hard spars?
We implement it, yeah, but it's...
So that's what I just said. It's to work on your technique. It's to work on your technique, and it is the most important thing. Technique. It is very important. But you said technique is not important. But no, you technique with hard spars as well, Ben. And there's going to be people there, and there's going to be an atmosphere, and it's going to be all about you. This is your show, Ben. And
I'll just explain to people ain't going to be a problem, bro. If anything, I'm going to play into it.
Yeah, okay. So you hard spar with no technique. That's what I just got out of that. Cool.
Not no technique. Of course, I use technique.
Well, you just said you only use technique in light spar.
It's not about defining the technique. That's more for light spar.
What you said is when you spar, you fight, and when you light spar, you use technique. So when you fight, do you not use technique?
Yeah.
Well then, why are you saying technique's only for light sparring then?
What I mean is, in light spars, you develop your technique more, right? You take it slowly, you take it lightly, right? In hard spars, yes, you can do that as well, but you do more stuff. It's more like a real fight.
But a real fight is going to be one-off technique.
Okay. I'm gonna use my technique against you.
Do I maybe see some game plans here? Someone talking about technique, the other one saying technique isn't as important as you think in hard spars and stuff. Do we have someone who wants to be technical and someone who wants to brawl? You want to brawl?
Of course, it's important. Of course, it's important. You need to be technical to be able to cut off the ring, to be able to get through a guard, break a guard, whatever. Of course, you have to have the technique. But what I mean is, light spars, it's more about developing the technique to use.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the technique in the fight. That's what you guys need to worry about. I'm gonna have the technique. It's not that like I'm gonna go in there and fight with him and brawl with him with no technique. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I've never seen you use technique in a fight.
Okay, well, you'll see it in front of your face February 21st. How about that?
But you can say that, but in the actual situation, you don't know how you're going to react. You've not had a fight since Anton, and all respects, it was a very hard fight, short notice. You were basically there to survive. I know the feeling. No shade on you, but there was not much technique in there. At least I've shown some technique. I've shown a little bits of it. You have not shown technique in any fight.
So in the Anton fight, you don't think blocking most of his punches with my guard is technique? Because most of the punches didn't
hit. Basic survival you learn on week 2 of Ultra White Collar Boxing.
Okay, okay, Liam. If you don't think I have technique and that's what you're preparing for, you do that.
Oh no, I prepare with much better people than you, and I'm sure you have very high level people in your thing as well. But it's like I've not seen technique from you, and you unless you disagree, I don't think you've had a very technical performance. I'm not saying I'm Lomachenko or something or anything near that. I just think I've shown more technique in fights than you and had the opportunity to do it by actually fighting.
Okay, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that, but if you think I don't have any technique at all, like that's stupid.
Well, I think if we're the debate is I'm saying is as a technical boxer, I think I am a lot better than you technically.
Okay, I think I'm better than you, so we're gonna say in the ring.
We're gonna definitely see February 21st. And on that note, I want to hear some predictions. I want to start off with Ben. Without giving away your game plan, obviously, like you mentioned before. What happens Saturday, February 21st at Queenswood Social Club between you and K5 Fire?
I'm gonna beat his ass, man. I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna stop him.
That's it? Plain and simple? A round,
Yep.
method, anything?
Belt to ass round 2, TKO.
Round 2. Round
I think
2.
I'm giving him the respect that he might be able to survive the first round. Okay.
That's funny because you've never shown anything against someone that has anything back.
For you, Liam.
We'll see in the ring, Liam.
What
We'll
is
see
your
in the ring,
what
Liam.
is your prediction? What happens on
Oh, well,
February
fuck it.
21st?
I'm just going to prove I'm better. I'm just there to win. I don't care how. If I see an opportunity present itself, I'll go for it. But I'm just going to prove I'm better. I hope I see you in the ring. We know we don't like you invisible. So yeah, that'll be the win. Just I'm better.
We're not gonna work on that KO ratio?
If it happens, it happens. But it's not something to push for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. People, let's get your tickets. Tune in live on YouTube this time. We're going live. No videos the day after or whatever. Live on YouTube on the Outcast Boxing YouTube channel. Outcast 006 with your main event for the Outcast Boxing Cruiserweight title. K5 Fired versus Ben the Juggernaut Rogers. Be there or be square.
And the new